So it's our last morning at the Park Hyatt. I'm gonna turn on some lights. Wait, is there light for there? Anyways, it's super dark, but so we're getting our last morning breakfast in, which is the Nespresso, as always, freshly squeezed juice, and then our pastries from downstairs. This one is absolutely delicious. Wouldn't you say? Is that your favorite?
It's very good. It's not my favorite. The first day had my favorite ones.
They have different pastries every day, so we haven't been able to go back the following day and say we want to do this one again, which is good because we get to try different stuff. But it's a very, very cloudy day today, so you can't see the mountains or anything, which, by the way, is where we're headed today, right?
Yes, we're going to a traditional hotel, a Japanese hotel. I'm going to spend 2 days there. I'm going to come back to the city.
And go to a different hotel.
Which I'm really excited about. The Tokyo Andaz, which is supposed to be like Hyatt's new property in the city. So I'm really excited about it. They said the service is as good as here, and the facilities are only a couple years old. This is an older hotel, but man, it's in great shape. And
yeah, a lot of the well, we've read a lot of reviews, and this place has really, really great reviews. And so if at all there's a bad review, it is only because they say it is outdated, since it was built in the early 90s. I would disagree. And maybe that's just because of the hotels we've been to in the States, like, and for the people that might come to this type of hotel might have higher expectations. I'm not sure, but I think it's great. I think it's been very clean. Service is fantastic.
it's one of the best hotels in Tokyo, and I think it deserves that.
Definitely. Yeah, we've enjoyed our stay here, that is for sure. Bed has been comfortable, and views have been magnificent. We are, this is going to be fun, going to that building right there next. I mean, not next. We're actually going to the mountains, which are over there, which you can't see because of the clouds. But when we return to Tokyo, we will be going to that building.
Somewhere over there.
Yep. I pointed to it.
Which is a cool area because it's like near Ginza, which is like a lot of shopping. Not that many can also do a lot of shopping.
And then you're going to bring out the Girl Scout cookies, really?
See which one I want.
That's unfortunate. All right, well, yeah, so this is a good close for that trip. Oh, I guess we wanted to say, I remember yesterday we had some things we wanted to talk about. That is that everything here smells fantastic. Like, even the pool water smells really good. Just like, is like lavender or just smells very good. And then we noticed too that like it's super hot everywhere, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Like the temperature outside.
They like their heat on here.
They love their heat. So every time that we go into like a taxi, an Uber, a car, a bus, anything, they have the heat blasting. And people are wearing like scarves and stuff. So cold temperatures here are maybe not the norm, or maybe they just have like a short month of them or something, but
or they just like heat.
Because every time we step into a bus or anything, we're like like suffocating. So it's gonna take us about 2.5 hours to get to
maybe
Mount
with the
Fuji.
rain, probably 2.5 hours.
Yeah, maybe a little longer. And we're hoping the bus isn't crowded. This would be kind of fun to lay out and just like enjoy the ride. I hope that it has great scenery as well. That will be beautiful, as long as the skies clear up. So, all right, well, that's that. We have a little bit of a messy room, but here's the final look at the Park Hyatt in Tokyo. Hey guys, so we are here at the Shinjuku Expressway bus terminal, where we are about to catch a bus in about 30 minutes to the Mount Fuji area. So here's just a little bit of what we're looking at today. We took a taxi here because the the shuttle bus from the hotel doesn't take us straight to the terminal that we wanted to go to, and if we were to take the shuttle and then walk, it would be kind of crazy. So we decided to just do a taxi, which ended up being just what, like $7?
Yeah, which is totally worth it.
Which was totally worth it.
Drove us up right here.
Yep.
And we didn't have to.
And we have our luggage with us because, yeah, we're changing destinations. So we have our Briggs and Riley with us to take us on this next adventure. Made it to our next destination, which is the ryokan in the Mount Fuji area. They checked us in the room and then served us some green tea with, I'm not quite sure what
Looks
that
like
is yet.
something bread.
Great. So
Ooh.
we're gonna have some of this and then,
Ooh, it smells good. What you're supposed to do is roll it out like a fruit roll up.
no, you're
I'm
not.
just kidding. Mm-hmm. Banana.
That's good. Very cool.
Right, it's too much torque.
Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I'm gonna indulge in my little pastry, and then we're gonna give you guys a tour. Very cool.
Very cool.
Here we are, guys, in our
Little entryway.
ryokan,
They show them the hallway.
and I'll show you the hallway.
But we're outdoors right now.
So we are literally outdoors right now. Thank goodness for mild temperatures. It is about 58 degrees, and I think tomorrow it's gonna be 54. But there's definitely snow on the ground for
The mountains.
from a previous snowstorm.
So we do this.
When we arrive, we received these sandals, and we were expected to take our shoes off and put them in a little cubby in the entranceway.
Right.
And then we
you take
basically
them off.
take our shoes off, or our sandals off, and now we have to go in with just our socks.
So basically, you walk. There's a bunch of windows, little compartments. Okay, and this opens up into the living space.
Wow.
And then this is a separate bathroom here.
This is the toilet room. You have to be very gentle with all these doors in here. So it's the toilet room.
Very cool. This is where the living room is. This door here goes into this sitting room. So this is the entry to the living space. And there's a little vanity, a TV. There's multiple TVs in here actually.
Oh, okay.
And then this is the living space where the room is. What's really cool about this place is that it's got the floors are heated.
Mm-hmm.
Here's all the controls in Japanese, which you can't understand, but they give you a little thing here.
A manual, yeah.
A manual where you...
So we for now have the heated floors turned off, and actually the heat turned off too. We asked them to turn that off as soon as we got here. Not in a rude way, we just asked. Because like we mentioned in a previous video, like they love their heat here.
Yeah, they do.
And we are like...
Like, I guess the United States,
I don't know.
put up with lower temperatures.
Maybe or something, but yeah, we were
Okay.
like, we cannot have this heat on.
Traditional bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
This is a great part.
Yeah, then you keep... So then this is the traditional sitting room.
Very cool. Very cool. So what we
So like, okay, and I've read about these. This is because heat back in the day wasn't something that you do. I forget the name for this. But basically the family would get around and under the table to be a heating source, and you go under the blanket there and just sit there all night. Or you
Wow.
sleep
So this is where we're gonna have breakfast in the morning.
there. First in the morning.
At this hotel or ryokan, you can have so a traditional breakfast is included in your stay, but then you can also opt in to do dinner. We decided not to do dinner since breakfast was included, and we wanted to
try things in the area.
explore the city. So
This is the
You know what?
traditional tatami floors, or whatever they're called.
oh, okay. So what does that mean?
They're like straw floor. I think it's, I don't know, honestly.
Does it help preserve the heat? Is that what it's
No,
for?
I just think it was part of how their houses were back then. So this is traditional.
Side note, I think we should request 8 o'clock breakfast. We were kind of like caught off guard.
Okay.
But-
that's fine. We can
Okay.
talk about administrative stuff later, Kels.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
This is the window to the outside. There's another person's place.
Oh, what nice.
So that's cool. And then
So it can be very private as you want it to be, and then it can be, I guess, as open as you want it to be.
so there's a tea set here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay. This is the little window I was telling you about. That's for the. That's awesome.
That's the entryway.
That's the entryway. Here's the door to the entryway. So if you wanted to have people over, but you didn't want them to go where you're sleeping, you come through that door.
That actually might help the cool air come in too.
So if you leave it cracked.
Yeah, because we're a little.
So
This is the best part. Well, let's do the bathroom.
okay, for the bathroom. Well, this is the vanity.
Is that slate?
Yes. It's vanity. And this is the shower and tub area.
Okay. Very nice accommodations.
Very nice. Everything's brand new feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So we close this back up. Okay. And then this is pretty cool. Our own private onsen.
Wow. So an onsen is like a hot tub.
So it's already heated, and yeah, that's pretty awesome if you ask me.
Very cool.
So this is another door to
And then the door to the shower,
the
right?
shower. And then yeah, this is a pretty traditional place. So
Awesome.
One of the reasons we got this is because we wanted the onsen experience
Mm-hmm.
in Japan, but me and Kelsey don't like going to public baths, and
Yeah, so that's a very common thing here in Japan is you go into these public baths,
completely
usually in the nude,
which is weird.
which is not weird. It's just not what
What we
we're
do.
used to. Yeah, so
So we're like, well, we look for this kind of hotel with its private one, so we don't have to worry
Yeah.
about it.
Yep. So this is definitely a very different experience than the last 3 days that we spent in downtown Tokyo in Shinjuku, but we're looking forward to it, and we will definitely bring you along with us. I don't know if you can see us really well, but we are headed to dinner, and we've decided to venture out and walk there as opposed to taking a taxi. So, but we're definitely going to take a taxi on the way home because it's going to be much darker. But this is a mountainous town, very reserved, not a whole lot of street lights as you can see, which is why you might not be able to see us. But yeah, so just wanted to kind of show you a little bit of like the town. And you can't see it in the picture, but Mount Fuji is right in front of us. I guess you can, no, you can't see it. Watch out, there's a big hole. Hey guys, so we are here in the ryokan and about to, and we want to give our review of day 4. So most of the day was spent traveling because well, it felt that way at least, but it was actually only about an hour and 30 minutes.
Waiting for traveling.
Yeah. So we packed up everything. We took a bus to Fujikawaguchiko, which is where we are right now.
Why the Fuji part in front?
It just is. So we already showed some video of the actual ryokan, which is fantastic, and anyways, we're doing this because we're spending so much time here, like 12 days, so we wanted to do like a complete contrast of Tokyo, and this is definitely it.
Oh wow.
So I would highly recommend this, doing this if you come for extended period of time. We actually met another couple from San Francisco who's is staying for 10 days, and they actually did the same thing. They went to Tokyo and then they're staying here for the last part of their trip. So it's definitely done by others, and I think you should totally do it if you have the time. So tonight we went to a Teppanyaki restaurant.
Tell them how we got there.
We walked there, which was a bad idea.
So think of a rural town with no
So
sidewalks.
So rural, no sidewalks and no street lights. So, but the interesting thing was that
There were some other people
Yeah,
doing
it wasn't abnormal to be walking on this very small section that they allocate
By
for
small,
people.
I think it's a foot wide, and it's a line on the road.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to stay within that foot. If not, you're gonna get run over.
Yes, and there are rocks and things within that foot of space that you have, and so if you trip and fall, that's it. So, and this is so rural and like mountainous that it's like very windy and up and down, so it's definitely like dangerous. But we thought it was going to be a good idea, and then we took a taxi home. But we went to this teppanyaki restaurant,
Which is kind of
really
cool
good.
because small towns in the United States, they never have taxis.
That's true.
So that was cool.
So the teppanyaki restaurant was really cool. Recommended on TripAdvisor. That's how we heard about it, and evidently that's how everybody that was there heard about it. Again, very small restaurant. It had about 8 people in it, 10 people in it, and everyone was from somewhere else. So obviously we couldn't tell like exactly from where, but no one was from here.
I think one of the families was from China. And the other ones I couldn't tell.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool and quite the experience. One thing that we noticed here, which I don't hate, but is definitely different than what we're used to in the States or in Michigan.
Definitely Michigan.
in the United States is they like fatty meats.
They don't take any effort to cut off fat off the meat.
which isn't bad because it's good fat. It's just in America we see that as bad. We see it as fattening and like really bad for you, but a lot of
Or
studies,
lower cuts of meat. You know, that's how we see it. But
yeah.
apparently here they use the chicken fat and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if it's good quality meat, then the fat isn't bad. But yeah, it was really good. The food was great, and we had two Asahi beers, very common. It's actually one of the 3 largest brewing companies in Japan, and we may end up going to their brewery in the last leg of the trip.
In Tokyo.
When we are back in Tokyo. What's so funny though is that we actually saw one of our favorite bottles of wine at this convenience store.
Okay, I'll hold it. Go get it.
No,
Go get
I
it.
don't need to.
Okay.
So it's called Evodia. It's a Grenache from
Spain.
Garnacha.
Garnacha.
I know.
I don't even. That's how you say it.
That was funny because Marcel's
So okay, so first of all, Evodia is a pretty decent wine actually, and you don't find that at like grocery store. Well, you can find it at grocery stores back home, but definitely not at a 7-Eleven. So we found it at Lawson's, which is like the equivalent of 7-Eleven. They have 7-Eleven here, but Lawson is another brand that's the same type of store, but there was Evodia sitting there among Barefoot, which was
a pleasant surprise. So we bought a bottle just because it was fun, and we were like, yeah, why not? We'll get a bottle of this in Tokyo.
One thing you need to know is in Japan, wines are
Expensive.
very expensive. I don't know why wine is expensive here. Maybe because it's harder to get. I don't know, but wines at restaurants and all that,
So expensive.
it's very expensive.
Just keep that in mind if you like a lot of wine or whatever. Definitely try finding a good bottle and cheap bottle at a convenience store because that's basically going to be it. But back to the taxi ride home, I just find it interesting and it's very fun. Not fun, like it's fun, but it's very like the taxi driver just was talking to us in Japanese.
Yeah, he knew we had
He knew we had
no idea what he was saying.
But he did it.
But he was like talking to us, like
And it was kind of sweet because literally just talking to us, and we're like, okay.
You're like yeah.
So sweet.
And he was smiling the whole way too.
Yeah, just so sweet. So anyways, yeah, we're enjoying the first night so far. Looking forward to just relaxing and hanging out. So we'll stay tuned for more. We'll definitely share a lot tomorrow.